Hello students. So we will be dealing with one more problem today on local attraction. So in the last video you have seen a problem and the solution and the steps involved in the solution, and we will have one more problem today which is on closed traverse. So the last problem which was solved was on open traverse. Now we will be dealing with the problem on closed traverse, and in the next type of problem we will see if the bearings are given in terms of quadrantal bearing system, then how the problem is to be solved. So let us see the problem now. So the problem is given like this: the following bearings were taken in running a compass traverse. So there is a table given. So line AB, forward bearing and back bearing of line AB is given, BC, CD, DA. So if you just look at DA has got uh, you know line DA that represent that it is a closed traverse. So whenever you have the starting point and end point as the same points, then it is called closed traverse, right? So it is a series of lines connected at the ends, and if starting point and end point of the traverse, if it is same, then it can be called as closed traverse. So there are four lines AB, BC, CD and DA, and forward bearing and back bearing of all the lines are given here. So first thing what he has asked in the problem is, at what stations do you suspect local attraction, and find the corrected bearings of the lines. So first you need to identify which stations are affected by local attraction, then you are supposed to find out the correct bearings for all. So identifying the local attraction, I have told you how to identify if there is any local attraction or not. So how you are going to do that is, first you will find out the difference between forward bearing and back bearing of the lines, and whichever line gives you the difference exactly 180 degree, that particular station is free from local attraction. That means what? Those two stations are not affected by local attraction. So that means the other stations are affected by local attraction, right? So this is how you identify the points or stations, whether they are affected or not affected by local attraction. So moving ahead for the solution of this problem. So as I have told you in the previous class, along with the given table you are supposed to have one more extra column at the end. So that extra column must have the difference between forward bearing and back bearing of the lines. So all the lines have been given with forward bearing and back bearing, and you are supposed to find out the difference between the two. So AB has got forward bearing 124 degree 30 minutes, back bearing 304 degree 30 minutes. So difference between these two bearings is 180 degree 0 minutes. So in a similar way we have found the difference between all the four bearings and back bearings, and we got these 177 degree 45 minutes for BC, 175 degree 15 minutes for CD, 182 degree 30 minutes for DA. So when you have seen these differences, you can clearly understand that line AB is giving you exactly 180 degree difference. So that means what? If any line is giving you 180 degree difference in their forward bearing and back bearing, that line is free from local attraction. So that means what? Those two stations A and B are free from local attraction. So that means what? All the bearings which are measured from these two stations are correct. That means they are not having any error. So you need to first identify Which are those bearings which are measured from stations A and B? So definitely these two, that is forward bearing of AB is measured from station A, back bearing of AB is measured from station B. So these two are correct. Now along with these two bearings, there are few more bearings which are observed from station A and B. Which are those? Forward bearing of line BC, right? Forward bearing of line BC. So this forward bearing of line BC is also measured from station B, and station B is free from local attraction. So that means what? This bearing is also a correct bearing. Forward bearing of BC is also correct. Along with this, if you look at the back bearing of DA, back bearing of DA is also measured from station A. So definitely back bearing of DA is also correct because station A is free from local attraction. So that means what? Not only these two, there are two more which are free from local attraction. They are correct. So you can identify by the color codings given here. So along with these colored ones, all others are having some error because they are not giving you 180-degree difference in their forward bearing and back bearing, right? So moving ahead, now you understood that stations A and B are free from local attraction and 4 bearings which are correct and remaining 4 are incorrect, right? So you can easily identify that remaining 4 bearings are incorrect here. Fine. Moving ahead with the solution. Now as I have told you, we need to have a table, right? And in the table, forward bearing and back bearings are clubbed into one single column and we call just as a bearing. So the first column will have line and second column will have bearing. Then third column will have correction and the fourth column will have corrected bearings. Now in the first column, line AB, right? Bearing of line AB is 124 degree 30 minutes given, right? And this is forward bearing, 124 degree 30 minutes is forward bearing. Back bearing of the line AB is written as BA. So this is what I have explained in the last problem in my video. So they are written as single bearing, and instead of writing it as forward bearing of AB, you can simply write it as BA. BA means forward bearing of AB. Back bearing of AB. So that is given as 304 degree 30 minutes. And in the previous slide, if you have observed, we have understood that stations A and B are free from local attraction. So stations A and B are free from local attraction. That is the reason there are 4 bearings which are correct. And I have coded them with the colors here. So the red one, the blue one, the cyan and the violet. So all the 4 bearings are correct bearings. So that is the reason the correction is 0, right? So it is supposed to be B here in the second row, 0 at B and 0 at B here. In the last row, 0 at A, it is correct. So in the second row and in the third row, you must have 0 at B and 0 at B. So that means what? These bearings are correct in the sense you don't have any corrections to be applied for this, right? So that is the reason in the corrected bearings column you have the same bearings which are written on the, or which are the observed bearings. So these are observed bearings. The second column bearings are observed bearings. So observed bearings are correct. So that is why the corrected bearings are same and there is no correction to be applied. So it is 0, right? Now when you proceed with the solution, how you are going to proceed with the solution? So forward bearing of BC is 68 degree 15 minutes and it is correct because it is observed from station B. So the reason why we have corrected bearing same as bearing here. So the corrected bearing is also 68 degree 15 minutes. And the next row, line CB is written. CB is what? CB is nothing but back bearing of BC. So if fore bearing of BC is correct and it is 68 degree 15 minutes, back bearing of the line can be easily calculated. So you know that the difference between fore bearing and back bearing should be 180 degree. So when you know that fore bearing of certain line is 68 degree 15 minutes, and if I want to find out the back bearing of that line, then I need to either add 180 degree to that or subtract 180 degree from that. Since the given fore bearing is less than 180 degree, then I have to add 180 degree to that. So 68 degree 15 minutes is fore bearing of line BC. So back bearing of line BC will be 68 degree 15 minutes plus 180 degree, right? So how much that will be? It will be 248 degree 15 minutes, right? So you can understand that in the row of CB line, corrected bearing is 248 degree 15 minutes. So look at in the same row there is observed bearing written 246 degree 0 minutes. So it is given in the problem, the observed bearing. What is the correct bearing? It is 248 degree 15 minutes. Observed bearing is lesser than the corrected bearing. So to correct the observed bearing, what you need to do? You need to add. And how much you need to add? You need to add 2 degree 15 minutes to get the correct bearings. So plus 2 degree 15 minutes is the correction at station C. So at the correction column where it is written plus 2 degree 15 minutes, you can write even at C. Plus 2 degree 15 minutes at C you can write. So you add one more statement at this end, right? So continue here and write it there as 2 degree 15 minutes at C. So that means what? Station C has got this amount of correction. Station C has got correction of 2 degree 15 minutes. So to get the corrected bearing, the bearings observed should be added by 2 degree 15 minutes to get the correct bearing. So there is one more bearing which is observed from station C, which is that fore bearing of CD. The next row, fore bearing of CD is measured from station C. So it is given 310 degree 30 minutes. The observed bearing is 310 degree 30 minutes. So that means what? If station C has got a correction of plus 2 degree 15 minutes, that means what? All the bearings which are observed from station C must have the correction of plus 2 degree 15 minutes. So now this bearing should also have the correction of plus 2 degree 15 minutes. So that is what we are going to do now. So plus 2 degree 15 minutes. So we added plus 2 degree 15 minutes to the observed bearing. Observed bearing is 310 degree 30 minutes plus 2 degree 15 minutes. So how much it will be? 312 degree 45 minutes. So the corrected fore bearing of CD is 312 degree 45 minutes. So this is how the correction is to be taken place. And in the next row what you have is back bearing of CD, which is written as DC, as I have told you how you are going to write them. So fore bearing of CD is corrected as 312 degree 45 minutes, and back bearing of CD, that is written as DC, the observed bearing is 135 degree 15 minutes. Now you have already corrected the fore bearing of CD, and the correct fore bearing of CD is 312 degree 45 minutes. So this is correct. Now you are supposed to get the back bearing of CD. So back bearing of CD, how I am going to get is either by adding 180 degree or by subtracting 180 degree. So since the fore bearing of CD is more than 180, you are supposed to subtract. So subtract 180 degree from 312 degree 45 minutes. So how much it will be? So it will be 132 degree 45 minutes. So 132 degree 45 minutes is the corrected bearing. But what is the observed bearing? Observed bearing is 135 degree 15 minutes, right? So this is the observed one. So the correct bearing is 132. So observed is more than the correction. I mean corrected bearing. So the correction has to be negative. So you need to minus. So how much? 2 degree 30 minutes. So minus 2 degree 30 minutes is the correction at D, right? So you will get the correction by subtracting the corrected bearing from the observed bearing. So that comes out to be minus 2 degree 30 minutes. So all the bearings which are observed from station D must have the correction of 2 degree 30 minutes. So there is one more bearing which is observed in the next row, that is back bearing, I mean 4 bearing of DA. 4 bearing of DA is 200 degree 15 minutes, right? So this bearing is also incorrect. So if I have to find out the correct bearing, station D has got the correction minus 2 degree 30 minutes. Apply that. Minus 2 degree 30 minutes is being applied to this bearing also. So 200 degree 15 minutes minus 2 degree 30 minutes. So how much it will be? So it will be 197 degree 45 minutes. So the corrected bearing is 195 degree for 197 degree 45 minutes, right? So the 4 bearing of DA is corrected and it is 197 degree 45 minutes. And if I want to get the back bearing of DA, then I just have to either add 180 degree or subtract 180 degree. Since it is more than 180 degree, you need to subtract 180 from this. So when you subtract 180 degree from 197 degree 45 minutes, so how much it will be? It will be 17 degree 45 minutes. And if you just look at the observed bearing, it is 17 degree 45 minutes only. So that means what? The solution is complete. So this is how the solution has to be carried out. So just look at the problem and try to have the tables drawn. So solution may start from any point. So it may start from the bottom of the table and it may go up to the top. So wherever you have the known value, corrected value, from there you need to proceed and you need to go on finding the correct bearing, then correction, then from the correction corrected bearing, then from the corrected bearing correction. So this is how you need to proceed, right? So I hope this is clear for you, and such problems are to be solved. So try to have more number of problems solved for your understanding purpose. So whenever you start solving the problem, try to have this table and then start solving. So I will even give you some problems which are there in your question paper. So if you have any problems already there in the question paper and if you are referring them, so kindly take up a problem from the question paper and try to solve your own. Such problems will definitely appear in your examination. These are very compulsory kind of questions or problems. So minimum 8 to maximum 12 marks. So you will have a problem for. So I request everyone to solve at least one or two problems of such kind. So one problem we have solved on open traverse and one we have solved in closed traverse. So in the next topic I am going to discuss one more problem where I am going to solve the problem which is given on quadrantal bearing system. So once you understand how the problem is to be solved in the quadrantal bearing system, then the things will go faster. And remember, the problems given on whole circle bearing system will be quite easier to understand, whereas problems on quadrantal bearing system will be slightly difficult. Not very difficult, they are slightly difficult. So I request everyone to have the clear attention when you will be listening to my next video on quadrantal bearing system, and the problems will be on local attraction, right? So this is how you need to solve the problem, and in my next class we will have one more problem which is given on quadrantal bearing system, right? So kindly practice more and more problem so to become very perfect with your way of solving the problem, right? Thank you very much.